Today on The Occult Detective, we're going to show off some more books. Obviously, I don't have nearly enough books. I mean, thousands upon thousands of books surely are not enough. Am I right? So I have a side gig. I work in a book warehouse, and principally my job is to sort through Gaylords for shelving and to look up the value of books for the owner. I work there with my wife, my son, and I love it. It's just a great way to spend an evening, just rummaging through Gaylords of books. And essentially, I'm paid in books. But just, when you're going through the stuff, there's just things you have to bring home with you. So today I thought I would show you what I picked up last night. And hopefully there's a few gems in there that you think are as interesting as I found them. So to begin, let's start with some Gothic Romance. We have Rose Palmer's One Solitary Twilight, which I grabbed just because I really loved that cover. And then we have two books that I already own, but I love the author so much, and I've passed these along to people over the years and thought I would have the opportunity to do so again. Here is The Ivy Tree by Mary Stewart and Mary Stewart's The Moon Spinners. Terrific. If you're not familiar with Mary Stewart's work, if you've not read her Gothic romances or her Merlin trilogy, which is part of a larger Arthurian cycle, Mary Stewart's just one of my favorite authors, and she's fabulous. And if you get a chance, you should really take a look at what she does. So that's the Gothic romance I picked up. How about some books about the paranormal? We'll start out with Seeking Spirits, The Lost Cases of the Atlantic Paranormal Society. That's by Jason Hawes and Grant Wilson, the guys you know from Ghost Hunters. This came out, right at the height of its popularity before Grant quit taking part in their cases. We also have Tales from the Graveyard Shift. This is about Adams County, Indiana. A bunch of UFO, Bigfoot, ghost sightings, and the like. Thought this, always like to read about my home state. Those would be fun. And then, of course, we have Great American Ghost Stories by Hans Holzer. Holzer was just, if you saw my video from yesterday, he's probably the biggest influence on me as a paranormal investigator. His appearances on Leonard Nimoy's In Search Of. He was also on like Mike Douglas, and he's all over the tabloids. It's obvious why he was such an influence. He was the guy that was out there, and he's a very prolific author. And so really looking forward to delving into this one again. And that brings us up to Mickey Spillane. As a kid, there was a bunch of Mickey Spillane books around our house. So, when I was 8, 9, 10 years old, I read a lot of Mickey Spillane. And they usually had covers just like these. Very sexually charged. But then you had these. Now, these are the 40th anniversary editions. My Gun is Quick. Vengeance is Mine. One Lonely Night. Kiss Me Deadly. Probably his most famous book, I, the Jury, and The Big Kill. I grabbed these for multiple reasons. Primarily because Mickey Spillane writes a great detective yarn. They're just a lot of fun. Very hard-boiled. Love the Mike Hammer. You know, just a great character. But these covers, I mean, these make you want to pick the book up and read them. So I couldn't pass these up. Next, speaking of sexually charged, Voom. Now, this is just a great collection of classic pinups. And as an artist, that's just a great resource. Fantastic pictures throughout. Great photography, great models from the amazing period when Hollywood was all about the glitz and the glamour. And just, a spectacular find. Definitely one that will get a lot of use as an artist. We just love that there. So, yeah, again, a lot of fun. Now we have something for the season. Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. But it's a graphic novel with amazing artwork. And we tend to read A Christmas Carol or watch A Christmas Carol every holiday season. But reading it in this form this year is going to be such a delight. This is really tremendous. If you can find this, it's by Michael Cole, fully illustrated, and this is in near perfect condition. I just love this. So that was a great find. I will leave you with this. It is in ragged shape. This is a reader, but the owner of the warehouse found it, set it aside. A DC special, Green Lantern. I owned this when it came out as a kid. Don't have it any longer. Love that this one's held together by tape. It is flaking, and well, you can see the ragged edges on this thing. The nice thing about it is you don't have to worry about being careful with this book. And it's a reprint edition anyway. I read this countless times as a young man. This edition came out in 1979. Just love those old DC ads. But a lot of fun. Green Lantern, never my favorite DC hero, but I certainly enjoyed him. And the artwork in here is just, it's terrific. It really takes you back. I mean, we're talking Gil Kane. And what's not to love about that? So fitting end to the book haul on Comic Book Wednesday. It's a spectacular cover. Neil Adams, of course. So, yeah, that's fun. No value. It has zero value. Except for it has all the value. It's going to be a lot of fun to read this. So, there you have it. It was not the biggest book haul I've ever had, but certainly one of the most fun. So, thanks for stopping in. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving, a great holiday season. We'll talk again real soon.